All right, I'm going to make this brief, quick, straight to the point, not too long. You know, with the Carver game going down, then I felt a little bit under the weather right after that. It took me a minute, but I'm getting to you today about less than 2 hours before kickoff. But nonetheless, you're getting the video. So let's talk about it right quick. About less than 2 hours, the Denver Broncos will be hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars been on the road lately. They're 10-4. Just like the Broncos, they've been on a winning streak of their own as well. Unlike the Broncos, the Jaguars have actually been blowing out their opponents, while the Broncos have been in grounding out, pounding out type games last couple of weeks. So, and the Jaguars are fighting for the AFC South crown. I think they can clinch it today if they beat the Broncos. And I think they may need the Colts and the Texans to lose. So, but even if no, they can't. I don't think they can clinch the AFC South today. I know they'll be up 2 games on the Texans. I don't know how the AFC South is going to work, but I do know for sure they can clinch a playoff berth today with a win. Now that is a given. Also, they will need some help. I still think they need Colts to lose clinch a playoff berth. But yeah, another edition of evenly matched. How can I say this? Another edition of an even match between the two of these teams. Both these teams have been consistent with the defense, have been dependent on the defense. Both teams leading the stats somehow, and I can't talk. Let me start over. This is an even match right here. Both teams have done really well defensively. Both teams leading at least one stat on the defense. Y'all know the Broncos leading the NFL sacks with 58. The Jaguars, on the other hand, are leading the league with takeaways. So that's going to be really intriguing to keep an eye out on. Bo Nix has been really careful of protecting the ball. He's not really throwing that many interceptions. But I do know that this Jaguars team is definitely going to be hungry. So we definitely got to definitely got to keep the ball control at an all-time high going into this game. Jaguars not really giving up a lot of yards on defense. So I do feel like it's going to be a low-scoring game. I know the over-under is like 46 and a half. I will say that definitely take the under in this one. But the Broncos are a 3.5 point favorite as of today. Start off as 2.5, but now they're 3.5. But yeah, it should be a good game. I do expect my defense to feast on Trevor Lawrence a few times. Travis Etienne, we gotta contain him. If we don't, that could play an advantage to the Jaguars. Travis Hunter is out, so he won't be a factor in this game. But obviously we dealing with our injuries of our own. Ben Powers is kind of questionable right now. We don't know looks like we are gonna get Surtain and Riley Moss to start, so I guess that's good. Well, Surtain, yeah, that's good. But Moss, as I stated last week, he'll make you like him 1 week when he's deflecting passes. He'll make you despise him. Not 1 week, but like he'll make you'll like him one play because he's breaking up passes. Then he'll make you despise him the next play because he's committed a defensive pass interference penalty. Even if it's unfairly called, they still gonna give it to him anyway. So, speaking of penalties, I also heard that the Jaguars are first in penalties. See, and I think they said Sean Hockley is supposed to be a referee in this game. So, I don't know how that's gonna go, but knowing history of the Hockley family when it comes to penalties and refereeing, I do anticipate a lot of penalties to be thrown today. Hopefully the Broncos will be penalized less, but who knows at this point. I just want to go ahead and win the ball game, get to 13-2, hopefully clinch this AFC West today. Chargers in the dogfight with the Cowboys right now, so that's kind of helping because I think last time I checked the Cowboys were up, but I think the Chargers were driving the ball, so I don't know. That'd be a good. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that game as that game goes to the second half. Hopefully the Cowboys can pull it off. That way, all the Broncos got to do is just beat the Jaguars and they clinch the division. Hey, the Ravens beat the Patriots later on, and the Broncos still beat the Jaguars. Then hey, we get one, and the Broncos get the 1 seed. So a lot on the line. Broncos can wrap up everything today. All they gotta do is bring their A game, handle their business like they're supposed to, no bullshit, and they should walk out of this one to win. They should walk out of this game with the win. Unfortunately, somebody's winning streak is coming to an end today. I'm hoping it's the Jaguars. I feel good about this matchup though because this game is in Denver. The Broncos haven't lost a home game in God knows how long. I think it might have been the Chargers game from last year. I don't know. I essentially don't remember when was the last time the Broncos lost a home game. Speaking of the Chargers, the Broncos do play them at home in about 2 weeks to close out the year. I'm hoping to God that game, a game doesn't decide the AFC West. I'm hoping that the Broncos go ahead and close this thing out right now. If not today, then definitely next week. Christmas time, need to go ahead and close this thing out for sure. So, it can't be fucking around and leaving the Chargers in it, because then if you leave the Chargers in it, then, that game could get flexed to Sunday night, and that could throw a monkey wrench in my plan. So, but yeah, that's all I really got for now. So, y'all take it easy. DB4L, let's get this win today, and let's hope we can clinch the AFC West. And maybe the 1 seed, even though I said once, I said again, even though I have my theories about the 1 seed, don't get it twisted as if I don't want the 1 seed. All I'm just saying is if the Broncos get the 1 seed, they better go to the Super Bowl and win it. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But since the Broncos, I know I said something about Bronco fans talking about 1 seed so early. We can talk about the 1 seed now because the Broncos actually have a chance to clinch it today. So we can talk about it now. I encourage all, if you're one of these Bronco fans who want home field advantage, I encourage you to talk it now. Let's run it. Let's say something about it. Let's get it. It's right there for the taking. Cowboys handle their business. It's right there for the taking. All you just need to do is just handle our business. Maybe if the Ravens can help us out, then that'll be that. But anyways, I'm going to wrap up out of here. I'll let y'all here.